Hey lovies, welcome or welcome back to my channel, Xtremetarot, where we do moon readings and zodiac readings. Today we're doing a zodiac reading for the sign of Aries. We're taking a look at what your spirit guides most want you to know right now. The cards we got were number 14, Bright Destiny. One was the last time I couldn't stop laughing or smiling. And Tower, unplug and relax for a spell. So interesting because I feel like you do need to relax. Oh my god. All right, we got like the 4th house. I didn't even mean to roll that. It just fell out of my hand, but we're going to keep it. Which is the number of like Cancer, the house of Cancer, the home, mother, nurturing, feminine energy, sensitivity, sort of nurturing your own emotional needs at this time for whatever reason. I feel like you're almost either in like an in-between phase where you feel like things are about to, I feel like, turn around for the better. I feel like you've been working hard. There's a lot of messages about relaxing here, unwinding, having some fun. And this was on the bottom of the deck, the Peacock Priestess, which talks about rest and relaxation as well. It says, I am enough. Mother, daughter, sister, lover. So maybe you've been focusing too much on career, and Spirit's like, remember your other titles, like connecting with your family and friends and things like that. I feel like Spirit's really encouraging you to do that. Should we just quickly look at the Bright Destiny card and see if there's anything in there calling out? I think this is about being in a dark night of the soul. But I think it's also about being very exhausted and overworked. And it's also about like where you don't know if your life is gonna, like I was saying, there's a sort of in-between period. So it's almost like when the caterpillar comes out of the cocoon as a butterfly, but it's like you don't know what you're gonna be like, what world you're gonna be emerging into. Like, it's almost this moment in time where like the past is falling away, but the future is not yet here. Like, who am I? Where am I? Kind of like things are in flux, kind of a feeling. You don't have to be afraid you are going through this because you are ready, even if you think you're not. There is a loving reason for all of it, even if you cannot see that right now. Have faith in the mystery, trust that the answers will come. Also, we had this card on the bottom of the deck, am I afraid to be seen? So I feel like there could also be a sense of maybe being like, oh, what if like I get what I want and then I'm like scared to get it, or I don't like it once I get it or something. Yeah, I just saw a change in the wind. You feel that things are changing, and maybe you feel like you're starting to see some success. You're starting to see, even if you haven't seen results yet, you're starting to feel like things are manifesting the way that you want them to, but it's almost scaring you, and it's like the urge to self-sabotage is coming through, I'm getting. So I think Spirit's like wanting you to just take a step back from everything and just chill, get in touch with your feelings again with Cancer energy, and just like enjoy the moment. Or okay, happy, yep, enjoy the moment. Okay, Bright Destiny, and happy. I feel like Spirit's like, everything's gonna be okay. Keep yourself in a happy vibe in order to not self-sabotage. I think when I'm thinking about, this is talking about a dark night of the soul. When you think about a dark night of the soul, it's like a very hopeless feeling when you feel like everything is stripped away from you, and it's very like, it's like you feel like you'll never be happy again. And we have this happy card here. So I think Spirit is saying that you've maybe been through some difficult things in your life that have prepared you for anything. Like, I'm getting that there are some dark experiences in your past here that you've come out stronger on the other side. So I think Spirit's wanting to remind you of like who you are, what you've been through, everything that you've learned, that you've been through some tough times, that if you could get through those, you could get through anything coming down the pike. So you don't have to worry. Even if you do make a mistake, like you will fix it. Like you learned how to do. That's, there's a valuable lesson in all these dark experiences, was that you learned how to emotionally balance yourself. You learned how to fix the mistakes that you've made, even whether they were financial, got yourself into a hole, you dug yourself out. Like whether you messed up some of your friendships or relationships, you either grieved and moved on, or you know, you found your peace with it somehow, whether it was like a job and you got fired, okay, then maybe, you know, you found another job, or you learned your lesson and you know not to do that at your next job. Like whatever it is, like whatever darkness you had, it's, don't forget all the stuff that you learned from it, and don't forget the purpose of that darkness, and that if it comes up again, you'll be a lot better equipped to deal with it. Okay, so what else is going on here for Aries? Lemuria, creating heaven on earth. It's happening. I feel like also we have leap. You go first. The universe will catch you. Sometimes it's scarier when things are going right. And I feel like, because it's like creating heaven on earth. It's happening. Like, it's happening. Like, what can I do to F it up? Like, I always do this. Like, I'm getting a vibe like that. Oh, look, I would just have this picking out from yesterday, but sometimes success is scarier than failure because it brings actual change to our lives. So I feel like I'm getting a sense here that multiple areas of your life are changing from these two butterflies. You could feel like stirrings in your career, stirrings in your friendship group, stirrings in your relationships in general, whatever. And it's like, ooh, like if things really change and I really meet somebody, for example, if that's something that you're trying to manifest and have a successful relationship, I'm really going to have someone at my house every day. I'm really going to have to like be open to that. I'm going to have emotional intimacy. There's certain things that really are going to have to change. Am I afraid to be seen? Maybe even by a partner. Remember that card that we had here? If you're trying to do something like online, like that, because I'm thinking also of like the public eye. Are you afraid to be seen? Am I afraid to be seen? Are you afraid of the criticisms that you're going to get? Are you afraid of hearing what people actually think about your work if you are successful? So there's something like that where, sorry, I'm just looking this up in the book to see if there's anything interesting in here. But yeah, there's something like that where it's like things are going well. You're probably on the brink of some sort of success or some sort of shift here, positive shift. And it's a little bit scary almost. There's like almost like a impulse to jump in and sabotage it. So I think Spirit's like, go hang out with somebody that either like makes you laugh, that's going to keep you in a light, good mood, keep the positive vibes flowing. Okay, where is this card? Let's see. The Age of Light. I don't think it was there. Let's see if it's here. Action cards. I don't know what this is. If it's an action card or HA. I might have to look in the... Okay, it's definitely not here. Table of contents. Sorry about this. Oh, here, 114. Okay. Creating heaven on earth. It's happening. Oh, there she is. There she blows. Lemuria or Mu is one of the Earth's lost lands where heaven really was a place on earth. I like the song. A time before we were kicked out of the Garden of Eden. In Lemuria, life worked in harmony. All beings were seen as equal, and we were deeply reverent to Mother Earth. We knew that a mosquito was no worse than us and the sun no better. Perhaps you too believe that heaven really can be a place on earth. Perhaps you are part of the transition team who at a soul level are devoted to creating this kind of harmony on the planet now. Thank you for wanting to do this work. So that could be like, maybe you really did go through a dark night of the soul and you have some sort of spiritual mission here. This could be the case too. It's easy to get overwhelmed by the state of affairs on the planet right now, but you are being encouraged to keep holding the clear vision of the future. It is closer than you think. Yeah, and I feel like you can sense that, and that's what's kind of throwing you off your game. You may be guided to hold the frequency of Lemuria in your own community, family, workplace, or within yourself. Know that it is possible, and while at times it may feel like you are alone, you truly are not. There are hundreds of thousands who hold the codes of this ancient lost land, and even Lemuria crystals that hold the codes of remembering that are beginning to rise all over the planet. Keep doing what you are doing, and remember, the only way to heal the world around us is to first heal ourselves, which is a dark night of the soul, which perhaps you've gone through. Oh, that's so funny. This is actually a Lemuria crystal here, Lemurian quartz, which they say has like the codes of like the star seeds, the codes of Lemuria in them. If you like these like striations on the crystal. So I don't know if you are drawn to that, maybe that's something you could look into, but these crystals are so cool. But stepping away from the spiritual aspect of this, it could just mean that you can sense change coming, kind of like what I was saying. It's coming into form, and it feels scary. It's like it's almost a sense of like something, like your dreams like becoming more solid and three-dimensional, and feeling a little bit like apprehensive. There's like a slight case of apprehension here. Not too much though. I don't feel like this is, instead of running, I'm waiting here for it. Like stuck in the moment. But even that song is about like how to become straightforward, no baggage. You could run from the past. I'm gonna make my way towards it. Like, I feel like you've done a lot of work in order to like get to this point in your life. And I think you have, even if there is like some slight hiccups, you'll know what to do to fix them. So what else for Aries? We have the energy is gaining momentum. Yeah, you can feel it. Look, nothing will come of this situation. I feel like this is being representative of your fears, or this could just be Spirit's Spirit's assurance that nothing bad's going to happen. Everything's going to be fine. Don't worry. Your worries are not really grounded in reality, because what we see here is mostly positive. I feel like this is a creating heaven, happy. The energy is gaining momentum, is just like we're moving in a positive direction here. What else for Aries? What do their spirit guides most want them to know? Love. Oh, maybe that's something. I commit to the practice of seeing the good in all things, and humor. I choose to focus on the lighter side of life. So if there is like a relationship on the horizon, woo, that you've been trying to manifest, I feel like you could be, I don't know, maybe someone's coming in soon. Sorry, I just dropped the tarot cards. Let me just fix them here. Or this could just be speaking about, love. I commit to the practice of seeing the good in all things. This could just be about you having a perspective shift. This is the, like, look, reminding me of the Hanged Man. And now you're able to see how all your experiences overall have shaped you, and you're able to like forgive yourself. Like, think of everything you've learned like along the way here. Like, a lot of times, like, if we have a life that's just like a lot of bad things have happened, it's like, oh, like you feel like kind of like I messed up my whole life, or like all this, like I made the wrong decision so many times, like will I ever learn, kind of a thing. But it's like you have learned, like and I feel like also when you make a lot of mistakes in life, it's like you're not scared of making them anymore, because it's like you understand that like when you make a mistake, you can fix a mistake. It's like a lot of people go through their life like so scared to try, so scared to fail. But it's like when you fail multiple times, like I know that sounds like weird to say, but it's almost like you're fearless after that. You're inoculated from the fear. You're inoculated from so many things that you know that you've went through, you lived through, and you came out of the other side, like this caterpillar like analogy here. Like, you know, it's like it was a painful process, but it's like you got through it, and it's like you're not scared of life anymore. You're more open to it. So I think Spirit just wants you to, coming up, just like chill. Like, basically I think Spirit would be like, just chill and enjoy like the fruits of your labor. You worked for this and it's happening. Be happy. Okay, what else? We have the Five of Cups. I think there has been a lot of like loss and pain in your life. Hold on. The King of Swords. Yes. Oh. The King of Pentacles. What else for Aries? Okay. The Seven of Wands in reverse. That's not the Four of Pentacles, but let's just see. Oh. The Page of Cups. Okay, we have the Nine of Wands on the bottom of the deck. I feel like Spirit's really commending your like grit and determination, like keeping going on your, whether it's your spiritual journey, your personal growth journey, whatever it is, just in life in general, having a lot of things thrown at you and keeping yourself strong but soft at the same time, because we have the King of Swords and the Page of Cups. I feel like this is all about you. This reading is just like really commending. I'm thinking of Thank You Next by Ariana Grande, like the way when she's like, when she's singing about herself and she's like, she taught me love, she taught me patience, how she handles pain. That shit's amazing. I've loved and I've lost, but that's not what I see, because look what I have, look what you taught me. It's like, I feel like that's almost like the way that you look at your life, in a way, or it's a way that Spirit's inviting you to look at your life. But it's almost, that's what I'm getting with the Five of Cups and the King of Swords. Like, I've learned so much from the pain. I learned from the pain and turned out amazing. Where you didn't let it make you bitter. You didn't let situations turn you into, like, because we have the King of Swords, so it's not like you're stupid and you didn't learn and you don't understand certain things. But we also have a Page of Cups energy, which is a very innocent, lighthearted, open, sweet energy. So even the King of Pentacles. The King of Pentacles is a very, I always see the King of Pentacles as a very sweet sort of a king. Stable, steadfast, but not combative. The Seven of Wands in reverse. It's, you haven't allowed life and your tough life experiences to make you bitter and hard. You have learned from them, but you're still open to love, it looks like. Oh my God. Okay. That's so crazy. All right. So I feel like there could be like love coming in. That's kind of cray. We have Feather. Someone you know is undependable and insincere. I feel like that coming up over the King of Swords. I know that sounds scary, but I don't think it's necessarily that. I think it's that Spirit saying you don't have to worry, because there's, there's this card I have in another deck that's like, you don't have to worry about your boundaries and being scared and da-da-da, because you're so effortless at like keeping boundaries that they just naturally fall into place. I'm kind of getting a vibe like that. So it's like, don't worry, because if somebody's insincere, you'll know it. We have Wealth here as well, King of Pentacles. So I feel like I was saying, multiple areas of your life, because we have two of the astral houses here, love and wealth. So I feel like, again, this is those two butterflies. It's like there's multiple things like happening for you right now that are good. Ram, a stubborn, aggressive person. Maybe another Aries is coming in. Maybe this is speaking of you softening up a little bit, not needing to fight with people as much anymore and get your point across, just being able to like, you know, like let go a lot of little things. Wheel, indecisiveness, allowing your life to ramble aimlessly. That could be the case. I also feel like this could just be just kind of shouting out your Aries nature here. The Wheel too could just be things are moving. Let's clarify this Wheel. Oh, we have Teardrops and Staff. It says great personal sorrow and you will be taken care of in difficult times. So I feel like you could have went through a period where like a dark night of the soul, like we were talking about, where maybe you were like allowing your life to ramble aimlessly and you feel, or that's what it felt like at the time, but like looking back, you're realizing everything that was gleaned from that time, everything that you learned. I think Spirit is maybe inviting you to have a little less structure, at least in the immediate future. Broken bridge, unsuccessful outcome to a problem. I think it's just reminding you of like the determination that you had July. I don't know. All right, now this reading's taking a turn. Like, what's going on here? Chair empty, someone is leaving your life. And marriage. Okay, so I feel like you spend a lot of time like getting rid of the old in order to make way for the new. Again, this is another house. So I feel like there is some sort of like commitment coming in. There is some sort of like really like special. We had love come through twice. We have marriage coming through, happy. Whatever's coming in, I don't know. It's someone's leaving your life, or it's like things had to be broken down for this to come in. So I feel like if there, it does seem like that in your life right now. We had the Five of Cups here. I think Spirit's trying to draw your attention to the fact that it's just only happening to make way for something new. And don't fight the process, because you're going to be really happy at the end of it. But I think Spirit doesn't even want you to worry about it. Spirit just wants you to like sit back, maybe exercise, relax, find a way to laugh and smile right now, because everything is kind of sorted out for you and you're like exactly where you need to be. Happiness is a valid goal. Again, with the happiness. Yeah, it's like, don't worry. Everything's going to be good. Feelings are so important. Make feeling good your number one priority and watch your life change. Maybe this is something that you've done here. Oh, tell yourself I support me and everyone else is just gravy. I feel like you've come to like a really, I feel like you've come to a point where you are that way, where you're literally good. And that's why you're attracting all this stuff in, because you're just so good on your own and so self-assured and self-sufficient and just fulfilled, self-fulfilled. The worst thing in life is not failure, it's regret. Yeah, it's like you're not afraid to fail. You're not afraid to try. That's something that all this darkness has told you, which is something that a lot of people don't have. Don't be afraid to make a fuss if someone is violating you in any way. I feel like you are capable of standing up for yourself. I feel like this is more just about your life overall, in general. Spirit just wanting to check in and be like, we see how far you've come. Don't live the same year 100 times and call it a life. Like, you're like the opposite of basic here. Like, you're willing to take a chance, take a risk. And I feel like Spirit is like, there's some exciting things coming up. Your life is about to change. Remember that card that we had, that sometimes success is scarier than failure because it brings actual change to our life. I feel like there is a fear of that always, but I feel like you're overcoming it. You're not afraid to fail. You're not afraid of change anymore. And yeah, don't be afraid. Like, you're not afraid. So I don't know, guys. I feel like this is going good. I feel like I was saying, if things are falling apart, know that it is falling apart to make things come together again later. So you may be at the beginning or the end of this process where maybe you're just going into your dark night of the soul and this is where you're going to be like later on. But sometimes when we're trying to manifest like we're going through a dark night of the soul and we're changing our whole we're having like a spiritual awakening, like things do have to fall away. It's like we have to almost lose everything in a way, or at least take the time to question everything, like have things thrown in our face about the people in our lives, the way we've been acting, the job we have, like everything. And then we realize we don't want that anymore. And then it makes space for new things to come in, habits fall away, like so many things. It takes time, you know, to change for the better. So if you're in part of that process right now where it seems hard, like take this reading as what it's going to look like when you come out on the other side. It's all worth it. All right, guys, thank you so much for watching, and I'll catch you in the next one. Please like, comment, or subscribe if you enjoyed the reading, and have a great day or night wherever you are. Okay, bye.